Hello, and welcome back to our pool equipment selection series. We've already walked you through the process of sizing up the pump. The next step will be to select the type of filter that can handle the size of the pool and the pump.
There are 3 filter types common on residential pools, and they are sand, cartridge, and DE. Each have their pros and cons. We will talk you through the basics of each, then dive into the finer points.
We'll start with the most common, sand filters. These are the most popular filter found in backyards today. They're known for being the least expensive as well as being easy to maintain. A number 20 silica sand is used as the filter media to sift your pool water clean.
That's right, Rob. The sand filter's order of operation is pretty simple. The filter tank is filled halfway with sand, allowing water to filter down through it, where it is then collected by an array of laterals.
Like little fingers?
Little perforated plastic fingers.
Yeah, exactly. There are 2 types of sand filters, top mount and side mount. This is determined by where the valve is mounted to the tank. Top mount, side mount.
I think I missed that. One more time?
All right. Top mount, side mount.
Got it.
All right. Top mount sand filters are usually cheaper than side mount, but the side mount is more convenient when it comes time to change the sand. The reason being is that on a top mount, you have to disconnect the pipes in order to remove the valve. On a side mount filter, you don't need to. However, a side mount will take up more space on an equipment pad. If space is limited, go with the top mount.
Now, sand filters are the least efficient when filtering your pool water because they can only catch dirt particles around 20 to 40 microns wide. If you're a pool water aficionado, you will want to look for one of the other options.
Like the cartridge filter.
Like this bad boy right here.
The cartridge filter is quickly becoming the favorite for new installations because it takes up the least amount of space, it's easy to clean, and it filters down to 10 microns, which is half the size of what a sand filter can catch.
Mr. Math over
Yeah.
here.
I'm doing it on the fly.
You've been studying. Cartridge filters are made in either single or quad style. The single cartridge has one filter element that can range from 25 to 200 square feet of filtering material. These types are great for small to medium-sized pools that have lighter bather loads.
Yeah, if you like to be a lone wolf, swim by yourself.
Or you're just mean to people and they don't like to be around you.
Yeah, I'm a loner, Dottie.
Yeah. The quad or 4 cartridge filters are designed for medium to large pools that expect more debris. If you have a smallish pool but still plan on a few parties, consider getting the quad cartridge.
Quad, like the 4 horsemen?
Yeah, I think the 4 horsemen would probably demand a quad cartridge.
Definitely.
Especially Arn.
Yeah, definitely Arn, yeah.
Or Rick in his heyday.
The Nature Boy?
Oh, woo! It also allows you to go longer between cleanings without sacrificing water clarity.
Speaking of water clarity, last but not least, we have the DE or Diatomaceous earth filters, which are the Cadillac of pool filters, as they can catch particles as small as 1 to 3 microns. These filters use DE powder, which is fossilized shell of diatoms, a type of ancient algae. So I guess algae is kind of good for your pool in some ways.
As long as it's dead for 1,000,000 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
The DE powder is introduced to the filter by pouring it into your skimmer. The powder then coats the fabric-covered grids, and as your water passes through, voila, no more dirt. Now that covers the 3 different types of filters. Now let's take a look at filter sizing.
To prevent excessive cleaning, we suggest sizing your filter properly, or better yet, oversizing your filter. The 2 factors you'll want to consider are design flow rate and turnover capability. In our pump example, we used a pool that was 23,000 gallons. In order to accomplish the 8-hour turnover rate, the pump must push 48 gallons per minute. Using those numbers, we need a filter with a design flow rate over 48 gallons per minute and a turnover capability greater than 23,000 gallons.
Now remember, when you oversize a filter, you are helping yourself in 2 ways. 1, you are able to go longer between cleanings, and 2, you put less stress on your filter and your pump, allowing them to last longer.
Yep. And before we close out filters, we should touch on the 2 types of filter valves used on sand and DE filters, slide and multiport.
Now, this on the screen is a multi-port valve, which is more common than its counterpart, the slide valve. This is due to its versatility. The multi-port valve has up to 8 settings, but we will stick to the more common ones, which are filter, backwash, rinse, recirculate, and close.
The filter setting is the normal cleaning cycle of your pool water. The backwash setting is the cleaning cycle for the filter. It works by reversing the flow of water through the tank.
Now, after the backwash comes the after backwash, aka the rinse. Because backwashing can leave dirt in your pipes, we need to find a way to flush it out before returning the filter to regular filtration. The rinse returns the water flow to normal patterns going through the filter, but still directs water through your waste.
Then we have recirculate, which allows you to run your pump in order to circulate the water while bypassing your filter media. You would use this setting if you were adding a chemical that required the filter to be bypassed, or let's say there was a crack in the filter, you could place the filter and recirculate and keep the water moving.
And finally, we have closed. Now, you would only use that if you want to stop water flow from getting past your filter. For example, if you need to service something down the line like a chlorinator or a heater.
And this slender guy on the screen is a slide valve. No, not me, the slide valve. Slide valves are designed for side mount filters. They only have two positions, filter and backwash. Slide valves are mainly used on equipment pads with restricted space or if the pool owner prefers a simple setup.
Well, Rob, I think that just about covers filters. Don't forget to click subscribe or like down below this video. Now stay tuned for our next section covering pool heaters.